Manual labor in secondary schools has been something that has been abolished in some schools. While I was in primary school and secondary school, I can boldly tell you that manual labor was one of the things that shaped us. I can remember on Monday I was in my alma mater. Rosie, you're welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
I wouldn't know if you really passed through secondary school, but I did. I was in my alma mater, Holy Land Christian College, home, on Monday to pick my original results, and I saw our school field. I told my former maths teacher, I told him, when I see this field, I remember our sweet. When we were in JSS3, it was our class that uprooted all the palm trees, palm and all the trees that were there. In fact, the field was a punishment for our class. We cleared the place and made sure that it became a field, and in less than 1 year, it was ready. But these days, we are seeing a different thing altogether. Parents are saying nothing like that. In fact, it happened that one of the schools recently, a child was flogged for not sweeping the portion. It happened that the mother came ranting and shouting, "Why will you flog my child because of this? In my house, you don't do this in my house." So I'm asking Rose to you, what do you think about this whole thing? Like, I wouldn't know whether you went to secondary school. If you did, or primary school, if you did, what was your own experience?
I attended secondary school.
And primary. Why is it funny? I'm just asking now.
It's funny now. Why should you ask me that?
It's possible that you didn't attend now.
Okay. I did.
Okay.
During my own time,
Yeah.
punishments are good. Unless you're a good person, you're a saint, like they know you as a good girl, a good somebody, like someone that doesn't associate with those ones that attack bad people in school. That's when you maybe you won't feel or experience working or whatsoever. But looking at that, you must sweep the class. That one is compulsory for the female, like the girls. We have rules that you
Yeah.
sweep the
So the
class.
classrooms.
When it comes to farming, my first secondary school, each student has a rig. Is it rig?
Rich now.
Rig.
Yeah.
Each student has his or her own rig during farming season in school. You'll be the one to bring corn. You'll be the one to bring cassava stick. You are the one to bring okra. You are the one, anything that will be planted on that ridge, you bring it from your house. The teacher will not buy it and give it. You are the person that will bring it from.
Was that government secondary school?
No, it was a private school.
Wow.
It was a private school. You are the one that will clear it, dig it, plant all those things on top of it. Then when the time for the first weeding is there, you still be the one to go and weed.
Are you serious?
Yes, you still be the one to go and weed your first weed. When is the second one? If school is still in session,
yeah.
you still go and weed it. That's your own portion of reach. So you take care of it till when it's time for harvest, you know who owns it.
Of course, we usually know who owns it. You know, back then I remember in school we had this same experience, but not as yours. Yeah, sometimes our teachers can tell their favorite students, please, when you're coming, get okra from me, get this, and we can just get those things. Though we steal them from our parents, we don't usually buy. You know, we steal them from our parents and give to our teachers for farming, and that's on the area of farming. Now, when the field, the primary school or secondary school field, it is these kids that we always be told to get our cutlass when we're coming from the house. You know, you see that back then in the school, the instruction was always ndemoku wetamma, ndewani wetogo, something like that. You understand? Like the guys should bring cutlass while the ladies will bring hose. And during that time, the guys are told to cut the grasses in the field and all that in the compound with big bushes.
Yeah, the girls will be
while the girls will clearing the edges of the field and all that, the entire compound. And just like you said also, the guys are meant to sweep outside while the ladies have roster that they used to sweep inside. Now the question is, these days things have really changed. You understand? Now, if a parent can come to school and bully teachers because the child was flogged for not doing his portion, like the girl was meant to sweep the classroom, you understand? And the mother was said, why must you flog my daughter for asking her to sweep the classroom? Now that brings us to the question of parenting. You understand? I am not a parent, neither you are, but at least because we agree under some persons, that is why we are talking about these things. Yes, some time we've talked about these things and over again. But what do you think? The generation where we find ourselves, some schools I think are becoming part of the issue. Where a school will hire a cleaner and all that, but not all schools are able to afford that. So if this woman was to be your auntie, or your aunt or something like that, what would be your reaction? Find out that she went to the school to bully a teacher for telling her daughter to sweep.
Okay. There is one thing I'm getting to find out this time around among our parents.
Okay.
Mentor, if you are someone that portions your house chores among your kids, nobody will flog your child in school because he or she didn't do her portion of work in school. Then you start, unless the person got injured at the process of the kind beating and everything. But apart from that, let's assume I'm a parent, I'm a mother. I asked my daughter, Nne, wash this plate before I come back. I'm going to the market, but before I come back, wash the plate. I want the kitchen to be in order so that I won't stress myself again to when I come back, then I'll start cooking. Now you came back. Getting to the kitchen is not that even they have not even they have done another, they have compacted another debt on top of the one you asked them to remove.
And they never did the first one.
And now you got to the ballon. They are there laughing, watching cartoons or playing or doing whatsoever thing they choose to do. How will you feel as a mother?
I don't know, but I'm not a mother.
Pet the child. Oh my baby, I say no.
But you asked me a question. I'm not a mother now, so how would I know how they feel?
That's not even you as a father. You ask your child to clean your shoe for
nobody will do that.
So this time around, I think our parents are the reason why, will I say, in next 20 years, I don't know how many responsible girls and responsible boys
the society will have.
So this thing reminded me of something. Back then in my secondary school, my last secondary school, where I wrote my wife, where I sat for my wife.
How many secondary schools did you attend, Rose? Actually, it's not more than 2 because they.
Where I sat and wrote my wife. Mentor. I can vividly remember this day, like till tomorrow. I can remember it.
Okay.
I was flogged. My girlfriend was my girlfriends were about 3 or 4 with other students. That day it was like a day of tears in school. Do you know why they flogged us?
You've not told me.
Because of school fees.
Okay.
Now, the thing is not that they flogged us. The pain there is that me, as of then, in the next 3 weeks, I've not even paid for that school fees because my parents couldn't even afford it at that moment. Now, 1, 2, they are still going to flog me again because of the school fees. 3, I was crying. I was asking God. I'm not the one that sent myself to school.
Yeah.
So why can't my parents
pay for the
school fees early so that I won't be passing through this pain? 4, my hands were bleeding. Like we had a broken pants that day. That blood were coming out. We were crying inside our physics lab. Crying that day wasn't that Aperani. This thing was Aperani. No money to pay the school fees. No hope. In 3 weeks' time to still pay to the school. We are still going to collect more and more care. When we got home, showed our parents. The only thing we are saying, don't worry, I get school fees. Don't worry, not I get school fees. I will not. She didn't even come to the school to rant. Talk more of. Then I didn't do it. My mother will even flog me on top. Why is it you know for a killer? You couldn't even do anything. Like you couldn't even do the work. Are you telling me to support you or what? She will even flog you on top. John, the thing will be like, Is that how I'm training?
Now, the question I want to ask you is this: you are sharing your experience. The same way your parents disciplined you to understand that there is what we call household and domestic activities that you're supposed to do as a child, that you have responsibilities to exhibit or execute wherever you find yourself. It's the same way most of the parents who are doing this same thing we are trained. Now it got to the time when they are supposed to impact or send forth the same ideology, the same discipline, the same style, the same principles that they have gotten before from their parents to their own kids. Things have changed. Now the question is, what changed? What has changed our parents? The parents I'm talking about are people of the parents of these days. Because the same. Imagine someone like me now. I'm a troublemaker all through my life. You understand? I was always flogged. There is no trouble that happens in school that I'm not always part of. You understand? Something like one minute, one trouble. You can call it that way. You understand? But all of these times that I was flogged and fight and all that, there was never idea. The day they seized my sandal from a new sandal my father got for me, I went to him and told him that they seized my sandal because of stockings. I received the beating of my life. So now tell me, what has changed? What is really changing the parents of today into making their own kids who are supposed to represent them and represent them well to become the vice of what they are supposed to do? What do you think should be is the problem here? Leave the kids away. Just focus on the parents now.
I don't know what to say, but there's one thing that they are calling it on social media. They say soft parenting. Is this soft parenting? There's how they are putting it. Like they don't want to be harsh on their kids.
So what's the sense of this? That's what are they trying to arrive at?
I don't know what they're trying to arrive at though, because they're even creating more problem to themselves. So I don't know what a parent that maybe they will be like, no, I don't want to train my kids the way my parents trained me, the hard way, the harsh way. I don't want to train my kids that way. I want them to live a soft life. All this, maybe
I was in a classroom for more than 12 years. I left secondary school 2010, 2011 I joined classroom. Since then, it has been the major business I've always done. Amongst other things, even while I was in university, I was still teaching. I had a whole lot of experiences. One of the times, parents came to fight a teacher who cut the hair of a child. This one has been trending recently. Some other time, teachers, myself, I had experiences where parents came from home to fight me in school. But the good news of the entire thing is their plot and plans never worked for once, because one thing is when as a teacher when you are meting at this punishment, you made them out of love. I'm a disciplinarian even till tomorrow. And I can't find myself now telling like they flog my picking for school, I come they ran for things like this. I wouldn't know. You out there, what do you think about this situation? Do you think that these parents are getting it right? What is the mindset between the soft life parenting that parents are giving their kids? Because I bet you in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years,
that's what I say here.
This entire world, in fact, by then, I think by the time God will come to take here, I think that's something happened in Sodom and Gomorrah, and God said, no, this one, I can't take this one again. So, what do you think is the issue that has befell our society today? Until then, let's have your opinions. God bless you. Ruth, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Bless you.